ultimately.
She is Her Furry Grace, Isabel, Queen of the
Her
Universe.
furry grace.
Well, you've heard the old joke, dogs have owners, cats have staff.
That's the way she views it.
Are we rolling, Richard?
We are rolling.
There you go, with the slate that we don't need, because we don't have microphones.
I know.
All right.
The never-ending slate.
All right.
I like it.
You just like doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
You could go back to the other way, but you really didn't like that.
I didn't like that, the hidden behind the head thing.
Yeah,
That
slapping in
hurts.
the back of the head.
No, that's better. I'm,
All right,
I'm
so-
okay with this.
Yeah, you see, this could always be worse.
It could be worse.
That's true.
We're here with CJ. Are you going to do it? Can I start?
No, I already did.
I'd like to start.
I did it once already.
We're here at another spot interview of NeverEndingPanel.com with CJ Cherryh, three-time Hugo Award winner, Campbell Award winner, and she has the distinction, I believe, of having an asteroid named after herself.
Correct.
Author of over 60 works, and apparently lover of history and language and all sorts of interesting things like that. CJ, what's it like to be a guest of honor? We're here at Condor, and you know, to just have
From our point of view, it just seems like, wow, we'd love to be a guest of honor. That'd
right,
be great.
Yeah,
So,
so that was like
is it
something Eitan
cool,
and I were
or
talking
is
about.
it-
It's very cool. It's very cool. Treated extraordinarily nicely.
That
A
would be
lot of
nice.
people we want to see can find us. A lot of people we haven't met yet, but some of which we've met online, will come up and be able to target us because we've got this, big, obvious badge. And it's nice. I enjoy it a great deal. Even when the autograph line stretches out the door, you ask yourself, oh my Lord, how many bags are there in that line? But on the other hand, they bought all those books.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I enjoy signing them.
We could only hope for that one day. So
So at some point, are you allowed to use a stamp, or
The
no
only
stamps
stamp,
allowed,
the only
or the
stamp I
machine.
have says "Stet."
Oh, right. Oh yeah, I like that one. So 60 novels. Are there any that are near and dear to your heart that stand out amongst others? All equal, and if yes,
who are your
why?
favorite kids?
Yeah.
Who are your favorite kids,
It's
ultimately?
something like that. Our favorite kids give us gifts at Christmas. We can tell whether or not a package is explosive by who sent it.
Right.
So our characters take over the gift giving, and I know that if it's Stevie, it's going to be sweet, and if it's from Bern, watch it because it could explode or do something really, really rude.
So no favorite characters, no favorite books, or out of all of them, or
I am fond of the Alliance Union universe. There are many books in that set. Morgane and Vanya is where I started. I love those books. I enjoy the Chonner books. One of the things that the market is crazy as it's been, publishers have tended to focus on a relative few titles, and I have many universes I want to get back to.
right.
And the market just isn't cooperating, so that's why the ebook option is proving very nice for me.
Right.
And life free us all.
We had Eitan and I had done a spot interview with Jerry Pournelle and Larry Niven, and we asked them why they wrote their follow-up of it's from Hell as the Inferno. And he said, Jerry Pournelle said, I've been waiting 30 years. I've had an itch to write this, and he just wanted to get back to it, and so they finally allowed him to.
Yeah.
But I suspect that the E-verse or the E-universe might have been an easier route than waiting 30 years had he wanted to get to it a little bit earlier.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the death of 1,000 cuts.
Right.
Being told, no, you can't
Yes.
write in your universe. You can't go
Yeah.
here. You can't go there.
That won't sell now.
Or you have to
Yeah.
stay in your universe.
Or you have to do another one just like whatever.
Please write book 57.
And even worse is when they compare you to somebody else and say, write one like theirs, and you just want to go, no, that's not my cup of tea.
So I understand you have a passion for history.
Yes.
As
Any
does
particular-
as does Eitan. So he,
Any particular era?
my specialty was Greco-Roman, Mediterranean.
Have you read the Didius Falco?
No,
History
no, I
novels?
haven't.
They're
I've heard about them, and it's on my one of these days.
I would like to get your opinion because apparently it's historically very accurate, but you never know because
Yeah.
that's a publisher saying, and historically very accurate. But apparently the person who wrote it did a good job of. There was one thing about touring through Greece and a Roman tour group, which is so much like Americans touring through Greece today that you got to wonder: is it tongue in cheek or?
It could happen. I mean, they had one of the world's first mental hospitals over there. On the other no, on the other shore over in Asia Minor, and it was a very there were places that people toured to or went to commercially. I mean, that was a site that drew from all over the not just the Aegean. Romans went there too. Send Uncle so-and-so over there, he needs help.
I would have loved to have seen the temple of the statue of Zeus before it got.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
also known as the Lincoln Memorial.
the pieces, just the pieces of the columns are just stunning. I mean, they're so big.
How our cameraman Richard, director of his own right, had asked an earlier question that I'm going to pass on to you. Was curious as to how your love of language and history has informed your writing, your concepts, your characters. It's a broad question, I realize, but
historians world build. You have to take information from the past and put it together in a way that makes sense. And if you're a good historian, you try to keep yourself out of it as much as possible and not try to make back then an analog for right now, because that's how you end up slanting history. So I try to play it honestly. I'll set up a small set of givens, and when I work, I borrow a little from this, a little from that, but I try to make them legitimately connected. And I sometimes wonder about a situation from history. I rarely deal directly with history because I tend to get too pedantic if you turn me loose with a real character. The only exception was when I did the Hell books, or the Hell stories, the Heroes in Hell, and I could work with Julius Caesar after the assassination.
Oh,
And
that's right.
sort
That
of
was a great story.
got it out of
Riding
the way.
in the Jeep with the binoculars.
That's
I loved that.
right.
That
You
was-
can have any tech you can believe in, and his belief stopped with World War II. But Hatshepsut, the explorer queen of Egypt, uses space tech because she can believe in almost anything.
wow.
And poor Machiavelli could not make the computers safe.
That's right. That Dante is rewriting. He's
Sorry,
published
Dante.
it.
That was
That's
Dante.
right.
He could not make the computers safe. That was just hilarious.
Hell is a computer.
It